Hello, kind traveler, and welcome to my tavern. My name is Vinterbjorn, and today I'll be reading for you a story written by a good friend of mine. Her name is Katherine Fields, and the story is called Ruby Choker. I will advise it's a bit spicy, but let's get into it. Smoke drifted across pale, bare skin, cold, silken kisses lingering in the dark. There was a chill there in the gloom. The rise and fall of a chest, breathing, waiting. Ridges and grooves carved in ebony stone, white marks like brilliant streaks of starlight against the midnight sky, branched out in intricate designs. A great ring, streaks of alabaster, all crossed in a star. A match struck, the smell of sulfur and a quiet red glow bloomed to the right. Another match, another light, and soon there was a ring of red candles. Their pale glow illuminated an altar, a body stretched across. All things truly wicked. Wisps of breath let out hesitantly into the dark, the chest trembling with a silent pledge. Her limbs were stretched out around her like a star, her head tilted so that her throat was open and exposed. The leather around her wrist and ankles felt warm, sweat beading beneath as she waited. Her breath caught in her throat as there was a flash of candlelight reflected on steel, and she felt the caress of a cold blade below the hollow of her throat. She could feel him there, hovering above her, barely out of sight. Another tender touch, and there was a shallow cut on each wrist, along the inside of each calf. She began to shudder, fire coursing through her veins. Hands glided across her thighs, around her hips, and up over her stomach to her chest. There was a weight across her pelvis, and the hands left her skin to reach past her head. There was a hiss, and her body arced itself away from the stone as wax poured from the candle and oozed across her chest. Crimson streams and poppy drops, garnet and ruby, swirled along the bleached grooves of the stone. The mixture trickled along her skin to her navel, trailing like little tendrils in the grooves beneath her breasts, branching out like her ribs had been laid bare. The wax fell from the candle along her arms, along each leg. Her breath hitched in her chest as she felt a mask being pushed over her head, fitted around her skull. It was awkward, weighted, and each breath blew out through filters on either side. The mask was warm after the chill of the room, oppressively so, and she squirmed a bit against her bonds. The tension was becoming too much. She was aching with need. Lips pressed the barest touch to the hollow of her throat, and her body arced again to the gentle trailing of fingertips across the cooled wax patterns that marked her. She was a labyrinth, impossibly twisted and deceptive. Each line of crimson was a secret taken from her. The weight across her hips was there again, pinning her. She wanted to reach and touch, to feel her lover the way he had felt her, but the leather creaked in protest and held her in place. The lips made their way up her neck, across the line of her jaw, until she could hear his breath in her ear. Start with innocence. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you have any tips for my narration that could improve, or if you have any stories or story genres you'd like me to read, please comment down below. And until next time, safe travels.